Thank you, Adam. Your words inspire me every day. I would now like to call to the stage Go Scholar John Boxer to give a reply on behalf of the students.
Whoa, windy. Try that. All right, here we go. That was really good. Puts pressure on me. First of all, I'd like to start by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land we meet on today and pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. So my name's John David Boxer IV and I grew up in Ghana land in South Australia. My mum are the Wirangu people from the southwest of Adelaide in a place just outside of Port Lincoln called Penong. I'm the eldest sibling and the second eldest in my wider family. However, growing up, I knew very little about my Aboriginal heritage due to a number of reasons. This began with my great-nana Rita Boxer, who was part of the stolen generation, and continued with my parents wanting to live in different places, mum the city, dad the country, which resulted in a lot of moving, different schools, and made it difficult to have friends, sense of belonging. As with the boys, footy was my sort of solace, and I found wherever I went, I could play sport, and that kept me happy. As for my schooling, with the interruptions and everything, I was quite a little troublemaker, tended to rather be outside chasing the ball than inside reading books. However, I still graduated, being the very first person in my family to finish high school, which was great. However, again, having footy the only thing on my mind, I didn't really have any career aspirations, so I was a little lost. And at the same stage, I was that typical teenager that caught up with girls, the wrong crowd, and found myself losing my commitment to footy and lost my opportunity to play at a higher level. I then began working around labour jobs, no real purpose, just getting money, doing the odd jobs, until my brother suggested I do my personal training certification so I could do what I like doing, and be physically active. So I did that. 5 years later, I was then managing a gym, living out of home with my fiancée, so going pretty well. But the sales side of working in a gym didn't quite meet my love for sport, and then I began looking for other options and realised everything I needed or wanted to do required a university degree. So I took the jump, resigned from my job, moved back in home with mum, and then sat the mature age entry exam to get into university. So a couple of months later, I finally got accepted and began my degree. Having not studied for almost 7 years, it was a pretty tough slog early on. And then in my second year, mum decided to move to Melbourne and dad lived out country, so I was kind of in lieu of what I was going to do. But this is where this is where Go Foundation really helped me out. I applied for the scholarship with little idea on what it was going to do for me, and was soon blessed with a strong network of supportive people I could lean on for advice, which carried all throughout my degree. Especially Shirley, thanks so much for all your constant support and positive reinforcement. All right, get that. In my final year of my bachelor, I was fortunate enough to earn a cadetship with the Adelaide Crows high performance team. Having the Go scholarship really enabled me to take this full steam ahead and not worry about working crazy, stressful hours on top. I was lucky enough that during my time there, I helped out with the trainings, joined in with a couple of the boys, and the coaches liked what they saw and gave me a chance to tick off my little dream of playing at that higher level. So I played in the Crows SANFL side, all from going to university with the help of the Go Foundation. So that was 2 life goals ticked off in one. I got to work in an AFL club, and then I got to play and meet some of the really cool players in the club. Overall, the Go Foundation has really challenged me to grow as an individual, for example, speaking in front of people, and yeah, provide some amazing opportunities. So it's been a great place to network with other students, learn more about my culture, and meet some very inspirational people. For example, earlier this year, I moved to Gold Coast to change of lifestyle, and my partner got a new job. And with the help of Mick and Adam, I was introduced to a guy which created a great opportunity, and I was able to coach on the MCG for the Dreamtime match earlier this year. So went from playing to coaching, which has been amazing. So as mentioned, the scholarship gave me that opportunity to focus on my studies with reducing the financial stress, but that was also reflected in an improvement of my GPA. This improvement then gave me the confidence to go on and do my honours research project, something 5 years ago wasn't even considering doing. So, yeah. These are only some of the great things I've personally experienced as a Go Scholar, and I'm sure every other student that's been involved would have just as many stories, if not more, and I hope I hear some more down the track because I'll still be involved somewhere or another. But yeah, the work the Go Foundation is doing is great, and continue to do so is going to be amazing. So finally, I want to thank Go for helping me further understand what it means to not only be an Aboriginal man, but to be an educated Aboriginal man, and the role we play influencing the younger generations, breaking that cycle. So thank you, I'm forever grateful.